There, damn. I was talking and nobody heard me. That's crazy. I gotta get used to this format, man. Uh, okay, so I only missed the first 3 minutes, man. We hadn't really missed no time on that. But good evening, people. This is Sub Zero 3639 on my channel. Um, you guys heard me earlier. I told you I was going to do another video. It's going to be edited. I haven't had time to do that because I just got finished with class. Me and M.O.T have been discussing things of this nature for quite some time. M.O.T is a no-nonsense brother. Uh, he's very practical. He's a businessman. And I find that most entrepreneurs, not all, but most entrepreneurs I know, most black businessmen I know, tend to not make excuses for fuckery, right? And I see a tendency in the black community for us to do just that, make excuses for the fuckery, or for crime, for terrible academic performance, for you name it. You know what I'm saying? And so M.O.T, yeah, man, I did 4 streams. I'm on a roll right now. I'm gonna make damn sure I'm down to 4,000 subs by next week. Damn it. Hey, I'm getting them up out of here. It is what it is, man. You know, I'm a principled guy. I don't if I really gave a shit, I wouldn't go live. I would just stop and try to just keep my numbers where I don't give a shit, man. Hell, I ain't on here to make money. I'm here to vent and say what I feel, right? So, what brought this hangout on? Well, initially, what brought this hangout on was I went this morning. I talked about the minimum wage and how I disagree with it. As a businessman who's run a business, every business you can't just be an independent contractor. Some businesses you'll have to have employees that are actually on payroll. When you do payroll, you have to pay payroll taxes, provide certain things. Also, that price raise of $15 an hour on a minimum wage will be passed to the consumer. And I had people in my video saying dumb shit like, that's a lie. They'll just raise the burgers 30 cents per burger. Let me explain something to you guys. You ain't finna raise burgers 30 cents when you already got the average fast food restaurant grosses $62,000 a year. I just looked it up today. That's all they make. They have a very low profit margin in these fast food restaurants. Okay, and the average McDonald's makes a 150,000. Still ain't not a small amount, but not a whole lot of amount. So I don't know what people thinking that you're gonna just go and start a business and just every business owner just is hypothetically making millions and they just selfish. This is how ignorant black people are when it comes to business. See what I'm saying? And I know you probably, a lot of y'all probably think I hate black folks. I love black people. I'm up here doing what I'm doing. That's why I was just teaching class a minute ago because I love black people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm at a point where I really don't. I'm starting to kind of. I don't care about losing subscribers. I'm starting to just say what comes to what I really feel and what I think we need to hear in our community. You see what I'm saying? M.O.T, what say you, brother?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, man, we don't champion education within the black community because if we did, we wouldn't need to explain market dynamics to people. I mean, people just want to benefit and they want everybody else to do all the heavy lifting. But as long as they benefit, that's the only thing they want to bring to the table. And that's not something that you can do. I mean, are you really supposed to go to Mississippi and pay everybody $15 an hour when the minimum wage people can buy mortgages with that? Like, are you really supposed to do that in that entire state? I mean, it's like you have to understand that it's called minimum wage for a reason.
That's it.
You ain't supposed to be there forever. I mean, if you got a 15 or 16-year-old doing the same job that you're doing, then maybe you got to move up and do other things, man. I mean, I understand people want an easy job, but you're really stifling your own productivity and creativity when you stay down that low for such a long time.
Well, I mean, M.O.T, don't you think that politics, when we come to the table of politics, we're talking about splitting and dividing resources, right? So doesn't you don't you think that kind of creates an expectation of low productivity from the black community? Uh, if black people constantly expect to come at the bottom of everything. You get what I'm saying? Like we okay, minimum, Section 8, welfare, food stamps. Everybody that meets these criterias, if they meet these criteria, then what that means is that's a person that's at the bottom wrong. That's also a person that fucked up somewhere. Stop me when I'm wrong, brother. Is that not
No, you're
somebody?
not.
If you worrying about Section 8 welfare, food stamps, WIC, if you working somewhere making $14 or less and you in your 30s, that means that when you was 18, you got out of school and you didn't do what the fuck you supposed to do. Because I'm sure if you 35, 40, making $14, 13, 12, $10, you probably working alongside some 20-year-olds, which means that somebody can accomplish what you accomplished in your life at 20 years old, which means that you probably made mistakes. You probably had children out of wedlock. You probably dropped out of school. You didn't get out of school with the best GPA. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. That's what led me down this rabbit hole today of black excellence. And what is black excellence? What is that? Because in your mindset, MOT, I want you to tell me what is true black excellence? Because it just seems like to me it's so nebulous and it's almost like it does. It's almost like it's two words. It's an oxymoron. So what do you think?
I mean, you have to look 100, 150 years back. No, we didn't have this culture of celebrating at the bottom. We had a culture of creating a way out of no way and taking things seriously whenever it came to be. I mean, so when I look at black excellence, I think, man, look, we've been through a lot in this society and this culture. Why don't I do the best possible job that I can and leave this place far better than I've left it? So that way, whenever I have kids or whenever I'm surrounded by other people, that way the bubble of excellence is around everybody. Because if everybody's doing good, then there's really no reason for everybody to be complaining about things that don't matter. You know?
I mean that's it, man. So what I'm about to do is, and I went at the brother kind of hard earlier. I felt bad about it. I apologized at the end of the video. I lost my stream. So I will apologize to the brother again. Dennis kicked him off the thing because I get real passionate when it comes to black people. I do. That's a subject I get real passionate about. I think every person does. Just about everybody on YouTube does anyway. And this brother, one of my normal subscribers, so I kind of felt bad when I did him like that. I kicked him off the thing earlier today. But I want to read to you some of the stuff he was saying and why we disagreed with it. I'm gonna be respectful to the brother. I'm not gonna disrespect him or something like that. I'm just gonna read it to you, okay? So it says, I normally agree with a lot of what you say, so I don't think you that I can be an atheist, a conservative, and pro-black at the same time, which I didn't know why that the part about the atheist I didn't get. I'm like, I ain't never said you couldn't be an atheist, pro-black, and a conservative. Um, all right, so he says, I'm pro-black because I realize we as a people have been locked out of ownership in this country. I'm not talking about owning a little soul food restaurant or a barbershop or a few rental properties. See, I'm in manufacturing. So I see what you tech guys don't see. We don't own the ability to do anything major. Okay. I'll stop right there for a second. The video I did, man, I'm not going to talk about it because I got a lot of stuff I'm going to do. But the thing is, I went and looked at Piston Group. I went and looked at Bridgewater what is it? Automotive. I looked at so many different major, companies that are black owned, started by black people that do manufacturing. We do have, we do. I know it seems like it doesn't exist, but there are black manufacturing firms in America. There are black people that have certain things that he's about to list off. Are we high? Are the numbers high? Hell no. They nowhere near where they're supposed to be. But we're gonna get to that in a second. Okay. What's up, y'all? So there are people like that, man. Says we don't own the ability to do anything major. We don't own any coal mines, steel mills, textile companies. Uh, we don't own any means of producing anything tangible. Now, I just sat up here and named off a couple of companies. One company is a steel manufacturer that's a supplier for all of the different places in Detroit, Toyota, different companies like that. I'm gonna get all that, right? So that's first of all, that's not true. That's number one. Secondly, everything he named is old world economy. Talk to me, MOT. Everything he just named is something that is old world economy. What does that mean? One of the wealthiest companies on the world, two of the wealthiest companies in the world right now, were started by immigrants that came into Silicon Valley and created something with technology. He didn't name none, he didn't mention that. Like, for example, Google, right? Google's my favorite example. Why? Because these are two college students who came in. Their parents, what's his name? Sergey Brin. His parents are from Russia. His parents left Russia, came to America. He went to college, got his bachelor's, right? Got his, and he went to and got into the PhD program at Stanford University, which we all know that's not easy to do. PhD in computer science. Him and the other guy, I forget his name, other guy that was his partner. They both were enrolled at the PhD program at Stanford University in mid 90s, right? These guys came in and they created a program because they saw that there was a need in the internet because you could go on these search engines. Netscape, I had the internet back then. Netscape, stuff like that, it sucked. You go search for something and it might be 5 and 6 pages down to what you're really looking for. There was no rhyme or reason to it, right? And so what happened, they figured out how to do spiders. They basically pioneered what is now known as search engine optimization. They pioneered backlinks. They pioneered spiders that do all this stuff. So they have the Google algorithm that changes and stuff. They did. This is what they did, right? These two college students that were PhD majors, when they first started it, they were intending to continue their school because they didn't have no money. This is something that they figured out because they had the human capital. It was just two of them, and they coded. They literally coded Google from scratch themselves. They didn't. It wasn't that they had a lot of money. Their parents, yes, their parents were professors. They had a middle class lifestyle. Their parents didn't have a lot of money to invest in the company. In fact, his mom, Sergey Brin's mom, was upset with him, and she wanted him to continue in the PhD program. She didn't want him starting this company. They went, talked to their professor. Their professor was a venture capitalist on the side. Now, this is Silicon Valley, right? Stanford, this is out in that area. So what he did was they left, went over to his house one day, and he had a real guy that's an investor pull up. Say he had his Porsche with the top down. He pulls up. They sit there and they open up a laptop and they demonstrate their product to this guy. See, that's a key point. They had a prototype product that they actually had written the code on. I write code. I know what the fuck it takes to do that, right? So these guys wrote the code. It was working perfectly. The guy said, first question the venture capitalist asked was, how can we monetize this? They said, well, hey, we can place advertisements in these search engines as they're going through. We can put it anywhere in there, ads and different stuff like that. The guy goes to his car, gets his checkbook, and writes them a check for $100,000 to Google. Well, guess what? There was no Google at the time. They didn't even have a corporation yet. Not only did they not have a corporation, they didn't have a bank account, they didn't have nothing. Now, I ask you this, MOT, what did those brothers have? Did they have money? What did they have to be able to get to this point? You tell me. How did they get to this point, MOT?
They had a product, and the product was not based on money. The product was based on them meeting a need in the marketplace, and that's free. Ideas are free, and their hard work solved a particular problem. And then they found a venture capitalist to invest in their idea.
That's
That's
it.
how most of these things happen.
That's it. Oh, I'm not finished though, right? So these guys, they get this product going. They got 100,000, and they realize they need more, so they go back and they get 1 million from the guy, right? Then they get it going, right? And they start hiring people, and they knew He's the guy that one of the first guys they interviewed. He said, and I'm talking about this whole damn documentary. The first guy to interview, he said, "Man, that was the most strenuous interview I ever had in my life. It took me 2 days to get." This is Google, people. They wanted the cream of the crop, but because these guys had the human capital and they put themselves. See, the thing is, most black people, we run from math. That's our biggest problem when it comes to
Science too.
getting. We run from the STEM sciences. You're right. We run from STEM. When you run from STEM, you can't do shit like this. So you can't even get into the Stanford PhD science program. You can't even get your ass in there because you don't like math. You see what I'm saying? We do 30 minutes a night of homework. I got you. I got you in a minute. I'm gonna bring y'all's receipts as to what I'm saying. Everything I'm saying, I'm basing on facts. I'm gonna give y'all receipts. But we do 30 minutes a night on average, to as opposed to our racial, other counterparts from the diaspora, African, from true Africans, that immigrants that come here and do over 3 hours a night on average. They outwork the Asians, and guess what? They outperform the Asians. They outperform the Jews. They outperform everybody. They don't lose. They got a higher net worth, right? And I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna let you see what that was the part of it. So they hired that guy. They drilled the guy. They drilled the hell out of him because they had the human capital to know how to drill him instead of just hiring the first guy that walked in the door. This is the difference between hiring right people and hiring a jackleg, just whatever, with a nice resume. You see what I'm saying? This is the difference. You guys got to know how to sift through people's resumes and know how to break down bullshit from reality and know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? They knew how to do that. They got another round of funding, around 25 million. Then they started putting ads on the side, and that's when the shit blew up. Now, today, Google is worth 600 billion, BILL, billion. That's what Google is worth. What physical means of production did they control before they started Google, M.O.T?
Not a damn thing.
All they had was what?
The
All they had was
idea.
human capital. That's it. Human capital, man. Okay, so well, that's just a fluke. Okay, Apple. I'm gonna go down the list. Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs did a lot of that shit. He designed the iPod himself. Steve Jobs was the mastermind behind genius. I kid you not. We don't study this shit. We just come pulling shit out our ass willy-nilly, randomly, without knowing the facts. Steve Jobs developed a lot of that shit himself. A lot of it. He created stuff, the simplicity of it, the way it looked, the iPod. Look at the design of the iPod Generation 1. This shit was genius, man. A circle with a dot in the middle. You're like, how the hell does this work? You feel me? When I saw it, I said, what the hell? I ain't never seen nothing like this. Ingenious. Then he brought the iPhone and it changed the world. It changed the world, man. What does Steve Jobs have that a lot of black people don't tend to have, M.O.T?
I mean, he had an idea and he had the means to put it forward to the marketplace. He had vision, man. He had vision that this was going to work. It was one of a kind, and nobody had anything that was like it. And he believed that much in that product, and look where it got him.
And also, what he also had, I would think, guys, is he had the ability to understand his products intricately. Science. He understood the science behind it. He literally designed the shit himself, people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can name off a bunch of shit he had. I'm just saying. I'm not saying black people don't have perseverance in a lot of areas. A lot of things we don't have. One of the things we tend not to have is the understanding of electrical engineering and design as it pertains to creating products and bringing them to the marketplace. That's some shit we don't do, right? Larry Ellison, Oracle, $1,200 fucking dollars, and a handwritten sign, people. Oracle is one of the largest companies in the world. You have all done business with an Oracle company, don't even know it. Oracle. See what I'm saying? Go down the list. Let's see who else. I looked at. YouTube. Shit, the platform we on right now. These guys worked at PayPal. They were employees. They tried to create a dating website with video formats where you can upload the videos, right? And what happened is it flopped. And they took the algorithm and changed it and just made it a video file streaming service. And here we are. They sold it in 2000. I think they made it in 2005. They sold it in, I think, 2008, 2007, somewhere in there for 400, well, $1.6 million split four ways. What did these guys have? Did they have a large injection of money? Well, they come to find out they just developed it. They developed all the code themselves. How do I know this? I can look shit up, right? We got the internet. But I'm a little bit more when it comes to venture capital and Silicon Valley, a little bit closer because I have a brother that literally got hired by Oracle and went to the .com during the .com era. A lot of people don't even know what I'm talking about. In the 90s, if you're old enough to remember, anything .com was like crack. Dude, it was moving like hotcakes. And there was so much venture capital money getting thrown into Silicon Valley, right? My brother was right in the heart of that, working for Oracle, right? That's how he moved out to Irvine, California. I came out to Irvine, California after I played in Brazil and was stayed over there with him for 3 weeks. And we went to me and my brother's always been entrepreneurs, M.O.T. We went to a meeting and we sat there and we watched as people stood up and gave their pitches to a bunch of venture capitalists. One of them companies I actually saw, it actually became a big company too. I forgot the name of it. But this guy actually, I saw the people pitching that damn company. And 2 years later, I was at school and I said, this guy, that's the company I saw getting pitched. And they made it. They had major people backing them. But you know what I found in common? A lot of these people were able to go in their computers and code and build a lot of shit themselves. They were. Can black people do that on a massive scale? Are they, can we do that in major numbers? Probably not. See what I'm saying? Now, when I say something about it, I'm the bad guy. See what I'm saying? You feel me, M.O.T?
Yeah, that's how it works.
So let's go. He says so he sees something tech guys don't see. We don't own any control coal mine, steel mill. Da, da, da. Okay, so when we push this tech, I'm like, what? I guess he's saying I'm like, for what? I just told you why we should push tech. He works in the factory, have the understanding to be able to break. I ain't trying to say it like I'm all that. This basic shit, damn near everybody on the internet. Anybody can do a little Google search and find this shit out. So if I got to preface my statement to let you know I'm humble with this and not trying to be condescending and arrogant and show you that I know everything, then damn. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to show. I'm just saying he works in a factory. He doesn't know any better. He's still talking about coal and steel and shit that people was doing 150, 170 years ago. People were saying that same shit he's saying right now. But now it's about information. He don't have no, he's not even aware of that shit. He thinks the only way you can build wealth is owning some physical shit. This is what he's about to say. So when you push this tech, I'm like, for what? For tech to benefit blacks collectively. Here you go, M.O.T. I'm gonna let you have this one. For tech to benefit blacks collectively, we need to own a means of real world production. Tech is a means to keep track of, advertise, and monitor real world holdings of which blacks have none. So the relational database management system that Larry Ellison has ain't shit. Because it's just a way to keep track of something. I don't give a fuck if his company's worth billions. I don't care. I don't give a damn if he competes with Bill Gates and all these people, Warren Buffett, to be one of the richest guys in the world, right? This guy, his company ain't shit. Neither is Microsoft. With Bill Gates, Microsoft ain't shit either. What you think, man?
I'm just thinking that at the end of the day, he's talking about things he don't understand and try to make himself come off as a lot smarter and a lot more confident than he actually is in these areas. I mean, I used to think like this too until I got really into learning how this stuff actually worked, and I had to really admit about how wrong I was about a whole lot of stuff.
That's it, man. I mean, shit. I ain't. Right here, he says, right here he says, I'm with you 100% on education, the gay agenda, accumulating wealth. I'm just not with this idea that finding a place within a system of prospering and prospering as an individual is an answer to the problems we face as a collective. Now, what he's saying
Uh,
is, go ahead, MOT, you can have that one.
the problem is you can't talk about failure and then collective at the same time. In order for it to be a strong group is made up of strong individuals. You can't keep talking about or waiting for everybody to line up at the starting block on whatever subject before we all take a step forward. Some people are going to be better than other people in some areas, but that's no excuse for not running your leg of the race because everybody else is behind. I mean, there was only one Ben Carson. Was all the other surgeons in the country supposed to not be surgeons until Ben Carson became Ben Carson? Of course not. I mean, it's almost like he found the perfect reason not to take action, and he could just wash it over every single solitary circumstance. I mean, man, you have a defeated mind state and set when you talk about things. I mean, dude, you're already talking yourself out of potentially moving yourself to a better life because everybody else ain't coming with you. And since everybody else ain't coming with you, why would you take a move by yourself? And come on, man, dude, you can't be thinking that.
I mean, that's the real thing, MOT man. I'm struggling with the whole premise behind that argument. Let me keep going, man, because he wrote, like I said, he wrote a dissertation. He really did. Um, let's see what else. So what you get guys don't see is the ability to anything major. We don't own any. Okay, so he said that. If all of us learn STEM, now this is the boy. This one really pissed me off. This one got me a little riled up earlier tonight. Listen to what he says, MOT. Just listen to this. He says, if all of us learned STEM, if all of us had degrees, if all of us lived our lives perfect, we'd still be at the mercy of white supremacy. We don't have any means to feed ourselves, clothe ourselves, nor provide power to our communities, water, electricity, gas, etc. And we have been systematically locked out of these things when those are the things that create true power. Now, where do I begin on that one? So, what he's saying is if we went MOT and if you have a child and you raise your child the best way you can, he don't get in trouble, he don't drop out of school, he don't have no kids out of wedlock, he gets his work, he puts in 3 hours a night like the Africans and Asians do, right? He works hard, he goes, you spend money at Kuman when he's 4 years old, teaching and learning him mathematics by the time he's 4. So by the time he's in the 8th grade, he's already deep in the calculus by the time he's in the 8th grade. Because you started him at 4 years old learning math, right? So you did that. So he got all the head stars in the world. He graduates with honors, right? 4.0 GPA, 36 on the ACT. Any school he wants. This is what the Africans do, right? Any Ivy League school you want to go to, you just call them, hey, I'm so-and-so, so-and-so. Oh, hey, we know about you. Come on in, right? You go to a major. You can choose any major. Now you're not scared of math. So you choose, let's say you choose, I don't know, pre-med. Then you go to medical school and you come out with a Harvard medical degree. Even if a high number of black people were to go out and come out and take over the doctor field. See, medicine ain't gonna go down, people. Medicine, a doctor, if you come out and you got your doctorate and you a damn good doctor, you went to Johns Hopkins, you went to Cuba, or you came up out of, those places and you dominated them like a lot of other people do when they come to our universities and dominate the HBCUs. If you come out these places, you are in high demand. I don't give a shit what you say. This is capitalism. It's about winning. If you got a Harvard doctor that's trying because my homeboy is married to a wife. His wife is a Harvard doctor. She came to Atlanta and they lived here for about a year. I don't know what she was doing. She was pretty much running a lot of shit up there at Gravy. I'm telling you what I know. Okay. His wife is probably gonna be by the time she's 35, 40 years old, is probably gonna be one of the damn wealthiest black doctors in the country. Because she got a Harvard. Come on, man. You know why. You see what I'm saying? Why is it? So he's saying that if we do all that, and then we got a lot of people that get PhDs in astrophysics, we got black people that get PhDs in computer science. They can go to Stanford. They can be in those rooms when that shit is happening, and they can create shit because they got the intelligence because they've been working for 3 hours as a teenager a night studying math, studying engineering, science, mathematics, all that shit, right? So when they get to Stanford, they ain't intimidated by no fucking body. Black people can look them in the face and hold on and compete with these people, right? Because he said live perfectly. This is what I'm describing. This ain't perfect. This is just doing what everybody else do, right? We get all this far and we get these jobs. We got jobs making 150. We got Salesforce architects making 200, $300,000. We got black people in tech. We got black people in engineering, running all these major engineering firms, architects. We got black architects running their own architect practices, architecture practice, all that shit, right? We doing all this, and he's still telling me that won't help us. That's what he's saying. He's saying that if we do all that, what I just described, that won't help black people 1 hour. That won't put us in a better position
I
because
know what
he
he's
doesn't.
saying.
What is he saying?
It won't help him. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Oh yeah, he did say collective. You know what you're right. And he
Correct.
said it won't create true power. So let me ask you this, MOT. You say MOT story is a somewhat rags to riches story. MOT said he was working somewhere, he hated his job, and he worked and bust his ass and got his bachelor's. He graduated. He started doing the same shit I do. I'm sure that when MOT jumped into whatever business he needed to, it was easy for him to borrow money because his credit was straight. Why? Because he can pay his fucking bills. He wasn't struggling. If you in IT and you making a decent salary, you ain't struggling. You can pay your bills unless you just got bad spending habits. Most of the shit I do in my life, I buy low end shit. I don't go buy 40, $50,000 cars, even though my income says I can. I don't buy shit like that. I buy $4,000 and $5,000 cars, $10,000, 15 at the most. That's it. That's all I buy. You know what I'm saying? I just bought that truck y'all see me stream. I just bought that truck. It had high miles on it, but it runs like a $4,000. I didn't pay a lot of money for that car. See what I'm saying? I don't believe in overextending yourself because I want to live below my means. Guys, if black people are ever going to get ahead, we need to understand you got to crawl before you walk. The Bible says, despise not humble beginnings. I know he's an atheist. I know some of y'all listening are atheists, but you need to despise not humble beginnings. You need to look at that small kitchen table or company that you start can grow into something major. If you don't believe that when you start business, like MOT right now is poised to make millions if he ain't already doing it. But I'm just telling, he was talking to me today about what he about to do with the government. This brother finna make some real money, man. How did you start your business, MOT? Tell me that. I'm gonna shut up because I've been doing a lot of talking. How did you start your business, MOT?
I had to build it from the ground up, and I had to be the hardest working person at my stuff and in my stuff before I even decided to bring other people in. I had to learn everything about the industry that I was in. It was a lot of hard work, study, trial, and error, and all the work was gonna have to be done by me in order for me to know what talent is, in order to bring people in who are on my level or even higher than the level that I'm at. It's no different than any other successful story. You're gonna have to be super confident at what you're doing and super confident at the product that you put out.
That's it. That's it, man. Like, guys, let me say this, man. Like, when I did my first house, I talked about this, man. It took me 2 years. I ain't had no money. I ain't had nothing. And Somebody gifted me $5,000 to help me finish this house. White dude, actually. And once I finished selling it, I sold the house. I made $20,000. Whoop de doo, right? People like, man, you could have said that. Well, hey, made 20 on my first house. Took me a whole year to do the second house. So it took me 3 years before I got to 2006 when everything just came together. Right time, right credit, right money, everything. It took me 3 whole years. A couple of times I was up for foreclosure because I was struggling to make them payments. I didn't have it like that. See what I'm saying? So by the time 2006 hit and I was really, really in the money like that, that was 3 years of hard fucking work that nobody saw. You see what I'm saying? For me to get to that point. You see what I'm saying? I just sat here and talked about all these companies where these people spent days and hours coding. These people spent, Larry Ellison only had $1,200 on a shoestring budget. And they asked Bill Gates, they asked him, was it Steve Jobs? One of them. They asked him, they said, hey, what's your biggest fear? You know what he said? He said, my biggest fear is that kid who's in his garage at his mama's house and he's invented some weird technology that is innovative and nobody's thinking of that's going to corner the market. You know why he said that? Because the main reason that they run the world, the reason that tech right now is where it's at, people. I don't care what nobody say. Tech is where it's at. The main reason he said that because he understands wholeheartedly that the reason he got where he is innovation. Windows, operating system, a system that he bought from somebody else. He understood innovation. Larry Ellison, when he created Oracle, you know what he said? He said, IBM does not have the appreciation of what they have. He took the relational database management system to a new height and dominated market share before SQL Server, before all that. Oracle was it. Or by the time DB2 came out, nobody really studied DB2 like that. Oracle is where it's at. In fact, to this day, if I did the exact same exact same thing I do for Microsoft, if I did it in Oracle, I would actually make an extra $5 to $10 an hour for the exact same job, same type of experience. It's harder to pay somebody for Oracle. People pay for Oracle. You see what I'm saying?
A lot.
These are the skills, people, that I'm trying to bestow into our people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my students. You know what I'm saying? So I just, like I say, I just want people to see what it is we have in front of us before us. Okay? So let me keep going. All right, he said, I just think the narrative of of that owning a few houses, having a good job, going to the gym and creating a false sense of what power really is and is dangerous to the black community. What the hell going to the gym? Yeah, he
Like I
took
said, all this stuff is revolving around his insecurities. It's nobody else but him projecting outwards. It's
yeah,
not the situation for everybody. This is all
going
him.
going to the gym. Wait a minute. Going to the gym, dude, health is wealth. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck what you got. If you got high blood pressure and about to have, I pass out and have a damn stroke. Health is wealth, people. You see what I'm saying? So if you're not doing what you're supposed to do at the gym and taking care of your damn body, your ass gonna fall out and have a damn stroke. So I don't know what he talking about. Health is wealth. Oh Lord have mercy. All right, so true power is the ability to produce tangibles. You don't know what true power is until you've seen a warehouse filled with 40,000 tons of steel. Now remember, guys, I just told you there are black manufacturers of steel, right? That have steel. That would be used to make tanks, Uzis, airplanes to sell to someone in a third world country, just so that white folks in America can make $30 an hour. When you get on that level, you'll understand why a guy like me scratches his head when you start talking about rehabbing houses. The venom, like it's a way out of our situation. Brother, you need an eye
Yeah.
opener to what true
Problem
power
is,
really is.
all
Ooh,
these things are his problem, and he
he
can't
a
see a way
hater.
for him out of it. So it's everybody else's fault and everybody else's problem. Man, I have a whole
Ooh,
family full of these dudes.
damn. I ain't know he. I didn't really read to the bottom when he took the jab at me for flipping. Damn, dog. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to show y'all I'm flipping the house. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I know that probably really hurt his soul to see me. He think he really getting some power. Where do I start?
because because the benefits ain't doing nothing for the quote unquote collective. So you shouldn't try anything on the planet unless the whole black collective can actually benefit from it. Then you do it. Otherwise, his artificially high standards is not met. So therefore, since you haven't pleased him with what you're doing, it don't matter.
That's it.
When you just gave all the examples of how individual effort got a lot of people paid. So now he wanted to put individual effort into only serving the whole community. And if it doesn't serve the whole community, you might as well not even do it or not even try. I mean, all this is just classic projection coming from his insecurities and things that he's not good at. You know how
Damn.
much 40,000 pounds of steel is? It ain't nothing but 3 or 4 coils. It could probably take up a quarter of your average classroom. That's really not that much steel.
You said some shit I didn't know this shit. Yay.
Yeah.
That's why I got you on here. That's why I got you on here. All right, man. So one of my subscribers came back at him. Wait a minute, let me address that house coming. I don't like that shit. That's some venom right there, brother. I feel you. Let me say this right here, man. I ain't rich. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? There's been times since I had my channel, I've been making videos trying to encourage y'all. I done spent my whole fucking money. I've been spending money trying to flip this house, doing shit. I got shit I'm doing. Just bought this car I told you about. My shit, it took me a couple of weeks to get my check because they had some shit mishap on my account getting set up, all that. It have been times I done had been down to $1,000 in my account, man. You ain't gonna. I'm who I am. It ain't about what's in my account. You know what I'm saying? But let me say this: if I flip this house, let's say I make 50,000 off the house, is $50,000 gonna stop white supremacy? Hell no. But it's $50,000 put me in a situation whereby I met a brother at a Black Enterprise conference who told me, "Hey man, you give me 10%. I think I can finagle these people, work with these people. I do it all the time, and we can multiply that by 10, brother. So you can take that $500,000 and you can do this and you can do that, right?" This is what he already told me, right? I already talked to the brother. So yeah, 50, 70, whatever it is that I have in my bank account. Yeah, it ain't rich, but that's enough money for me to have enough down payment to build my own, let's say 10plex up here in Atlanta. Rent right now in Atlanta going $2,500 for a damn 800 square foot loft. If I build near the perimeter somewhere, 800 square feet, that's that's a 800. That's what, $25,000 on $500,000. You're looking at about $3,500 a month poor payment to service the debt plus maintenance, upkeep, vacancy. I can righteously probably make what, $15,000, $16,000 off of that shit after expenses, and I'm gonna keep working. I'm not gonna take the money. I might put my money back, that 50,000. I'm gonna get that out, and then the rest of them is gonna let it pay itself off in 4 or 5 years. And then I'm back out there on another probably in another 12 months doing the same exact thing till I get there. But I got a plan. You see what I'm saying? I'm not flipping this house like I'm talking shit to y'all like I'm above white supremacy. I'm showing y'all my flaws. I'm being naked in front of y'all. I'm showing y'all the motherfucker got over on me and I lost some thousands of dollars and I got to sue his ass. I'm showing y'all mistakes that I made. I'm showing y'all my shit. If the shit don't sell, I'm like, hey man, I made 10,000 off. I broke even. I lost $1,000. Hey, this is what happened to me. See what I'm saying? I'm putting myself out there. I could have kept this shit to myself till it sold. Didn't talk shit and made a video. But I'm trying to show y'all so I can help empower my people. And I'm being penalized for that shit. You taking below the belt jabs at me, going to the gym and flipping houses. He talking about me. He don't fuck with me. That's me. He talking about me as a person. That's what he doing. That's some real shit. So it says right here, Mark Simmons, one of my subscribers, came in and said, we have to start somewhere, which facts. That's what I've just said.
Exactly.
Dr. Claude Anderson went out and bought a fish refinery, but we didn't support it. Byron Allen is basically a self-made billionaire, media tycoon who has spoken out against some of the high-level racism, white supremacy you mentioned. So while I do agree with what you say, we what he said, while I do say we do have power to combat this, but we need to be on code. For example, boycott Cox Cable, support black-owned businesses at this point or not, right? So he comes back at the brother, another long ass type. He says, I agree as well. I just don't like this false narrative and this surface level bullshit equates to true power. He sounds like he got a stick up his ass about me. He really do. Am I right, M.O.T, or am I being sensitive?
I mean, no, he's doing two things. He's projecting his insecurities on you while talking shit about you. I I don't know what you're supposed. No, he has a certain idea of how power looks, but it's wrong.
Or
And
is
since
he
that
only
wrong,
yeah,
everything else he talks about is going to be wrong because his
yeah,
starting point's wrong.
he only thinks power has to do with shit that motherfuckers was doing 100 years ago. Like it ain't no new power. Bill Gates ain't got no power. Mark Zuckerberg ain't got no power. Nobody in tech has power. Nobody that flips a house and becomes a millionaire flipper. Because you gotta understand, guys, I was one step away from being a millionaire in real estate. You know what I'm saying? I was that close to being. I was almost there, and then the housing bubble happened, and I wasn't a millionaire no more. You know what I'm saying? Or even close. But I'm just saying I was getting there. So for me, I done kind of tasted a sliver of success in real estate. So you ain't finna tell me that this shit ain't a good idea because I done done it and I done did it at a high level enough when I was doing pretty decent at it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? What's the
I
best
mean,
way to start empowering ourselves as individuals? Johnny Walton, the best way to empower yourself as an
yeah,
individual is increase your human capital. That would be the easiest way because first of all, it's low cost to do it. Like I got a course right now, $400 to teach you. I got students right now making 100,000. I got one student went started his own truck company. I got a student that went bought trucks and is running his own shipping company right now. I trained him. He one of my students. Shout out to him. What's up, Drew? You know what I'm saying? This brother is traveling the world, going to different foreign countries, enjoying his life. One of my students, and I'm proud of him. See, I brag on my people. I ain't coming here trying to flex. I think that's what he think I'm doing. I really do. I really think, and that's the thing with black men. A lot of times, M.O.T, you might be right. A lot of them have their own insecurities. They ain't in the gym. They don't get whatever. I guess the video yesterday pissed him off. But when I was talking about exercising, that probably pissed him off because he probably out of shape. I don't know. He might be short, whatever. He might be ugly, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is he's not doing, I think it's coming out in the comments because I see it. All right. We don't even have the power to control our own image in media. And you honestly think a degree in STEM is the answer to that? Get real, brother. That's all
yeah.
I'm
I mean,
saying.
but he thinks that everything you do in life on an individual level is meant to fix all this stuff that's been here for 300 years.
That's the
Dude,
dumbest shit ever. Yep. That's it.
yeah.
Great point.
I mean,
Great point.
that's it. It's like, all right, you can go to the gym and you can get 3% body mass, but how does that defeat white supremacy? Hmm? It's like, dude, what are you talking about? Everything is about better individuals make a better group. But see, he's not even a better individual to even add to a group, but want group benefits from a group he's not a part of, nor is even attributing to.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to get you to have a level of success that he can benefit from, but not put in on. Come on,
That's it.
man. Come on,
That's it.
man.
I got the topple white supremacy. If I start a thing, hey guys, if you start a lawn service, he gonna be and you make $1,000 in a day cutting grass. You know what he gonna say? How the fuck does that stop white supremacy? If you go
That's
out
right.
here and
How does
flip a
the
house,
collective eat off of that?
if you go out and flip a house and you make $50,000, $70,000 off that house, How does that help stop white supremacy? If you go and start selling cars and you make in your first month you make $10,000, how does that $10,000 help stop white supremacy? Damn, man. He keep moving the
Yep.
goalpost. I'm like, well, shit. How?
Yeah.
And then who came in there? Like, how we get there? Right. I'm gonna keep going. Uh, let's see what he said. Um, when you when we talk about ownership, we're not talking about a rib shack or being somebody's slumlord. We're talking about owning the means to produce real world tangibles. So why the fuck does he
He,
got to assume slum? Because I'm talking about real estate. You know what I'm
like,
saying?
I mean, since he's constant goalpost shifting, it doesn't matter what it is. Because I'll tell you right now, you can own an apartment complex. Well, if you had a luxury apartment complex, that's a way to be. It's he's already one up in whatever you're doing. Whatever you're doing, it's never going to be good enough for a guy like this. Until white supremacy is defeated by your hands that he can benefit from, you're not you're not operating from the collective. And this is why I don't want people who ain't doing anything in life, period, to be talking about the collective. Hell no. Gotta stop people from talking about the black collective if they ain't really putting no points up on the board in any meaningful way.
Come on, say amen, brother. That's some deep shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, brothers. What's your score? Not what's the score against white supremacy. Let me tell you something, guys. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with what but a single step, right? If we're gonna get there, we need to start moving in that direction $1 at a time. You damn right. I believe, I know this is gonna sound fucked up. I believe I can topple white supremacy. We can all topple white supremacy if we move $1 at a time. Because right now, if motherfuckers think we're gonna get any type of connection with Africa and go to Africa, y'all, most niggas can't even afford a plane ticket to Africa. We can't even afford a plane ticket. Most of us, if we could afford a plane ticket, cannot afford to quit our jobs and just up and move to Uganda. Could we? 99.9% of black folks can't afford that. So in order to get in that position, you might want to flip a house. You might want to flip a car. Then you can go somewhere and live and do what you got to do. Let me keep going, man. Uh, that's true power. He said the other superficial crap that can be taken from you at any time. The other superficial crap can be taken. I push pro black business and ownership. That's what I'm pushing. The ability for blacks to self-sustain 360 degrees around farming, mining, manufacturing, the ability to make boats, planes, weapons, clothes, etc. Not no damn job. Let me say this. Now, okay, so when you go to buy any property or land, any real physical, tangible asset, right? A lot of times, what's the way you're gonna pay for it? With money, right? Right now, most of us, do we have are we even in the point to manufacture a fucking plane? Who come on, anybody in the comment section right now, who in the comment section can manufacture a plane? Do you have to distill and do you have to know how to do that shit? Can you afford to
Probably
pay
like
somebody
seven companies in the United States.
that's
Seven.
just like what type of God, what this is the level of this shit is almost laughable, but it's true. There are a lot of black people that think like this. I see them all the time. So I'm telling you, guys, when I train you and give you a job to increase your human capital so you can get better tax returns, come on now, MOT, you know this. If you
Yeah.
got good tax returns, what can you do?
Dude, you can get people to invest in you. You can go get bigger loans for whatever you're trying to do. I mean, this is why you have to get the financial part together with it simultaneously.
How
Because
do you do that when you don't got a job? Or if you're making $25,000 a year, if you're working in a factory like him, right? I'm just gonna go there. So he taking jabs at me, fuck it. Okay, if I'm working in a factory like his ass is, right? His tax returns, I don't know. I don't know if if he making over $20, I'm surprised. I'm just being an hour, right? Is that can you borrow with $20? Yeah, you can. But a guy making $70 an hour can borrow way more than the guy that's making $20 an hour to start a business. He probably don't believe in borrowing money, so he's want to save. I could save way easier if I control and live the same lifestyle he lives, but I make $70 an hour and he makes 20. Under what circumstance does making a higher income and having higher in human capital not benefit black people? Every 99.9, and he's talking like every black person is gonna be a fucking business owner. That's what he's talking like. Every black person got to be a damn business owner. You
I
see
mean,
what I'm
because he
saying?
thinks that we could just go to every abandoned business in the black community and start putting up McDonald's and Burger Kings and Walmarts, that all of a sudden things are gonna be better because you're a
Mm-hmm.
black business owner. I'm like, dude, listen, man, you got to have a trusted economy for all this stuff to work that we don't have. And this is why you got to have your individual efforts, how and your individual victories, how you can get them.
That's it. That's it, man. Like when he said we don't even control our own image, a black man just bought Fox
You,
Sports.
I mean, you do
Byron
own
Allen
your
is a
own
black
business.
man. Yeah, Byron Allen just bought Fox Sports. He can control our image. He's a black man. He understands from a black perspective. He actually talks about it. This is a black man. How did he get there? Hmm? You see what I'm saying? How did Byron
But
Allen get where he is? Somebody, I call some people say, well, somebody gave him an opportunity. Well, yeah, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, man,
so that way they should be given the same opportunity to run somebody's business into the ground. So that way they can stop their ability to not try. I mean, you cannot do that. They only want to start off at the top, and if they don't start off at the top, they don't see it as a likely and worthwhile venture. I
see
tell
that
people
that's
to
all.
switch places with me.
That's
I
all
tell
I'm
people to
saying.
switch places with me. Why on earth would I put somebody in charge of my company? I mean, even my small 3 truck operation under the new authority. Why would I put somebody in charge of that? If I know he's not trusted with the 3 truck company, why would I bring him to the 18 truck operation? The main thing. Why would I do that?
That's
But
it.
they only want to start off at the top. They only want on the job training to be a manager. They don't want to build anything from the ground up. And if they can't do that, they'll just try to poison the conversation with, well, you're not doing anything for the collective. I'm like, well, guess what? Your failure and your current status isn't doing anything for the collective either. But at least
That's
I'm
it.
trying to do something.
That's it, man. I'm gonna say this, brother. I'm gonna say this, man. Like, I ain't fuck it, man. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna keep going. This shit's so stupid. Let me keep going. All right. So the brother Mark came back at him and said, "Understood. But if a job allows us extra income to start a small business, and that small business turns into a medium, then a large conglomerate decades down the line, was that IT job superficial? In other words, before you can bench press 315 pounds, you got to bench 135 pounds. I can't speak for Sub Zero, but it doesn't seem like he's saying a quality job, the end all be all. It's just a solid start, which is exactly what I'm saying, brother. Thank you. From what I can see, he takes that disposable income from his above average job to invest in properties and businesses. Does he own Google? No, not yet. But imagine if we all did collectively did what he is doing. This brother get it. I ain't got. Thank you, brother. Of course, the end goal is total ownership at the resource level, but I'm not sure if it's practical that we go straight from A to Z as prisoners of war in America. The most talent, the most talent but that is rare. But many of us could go into tech right now. So no is not the answer, but maybe it's part of the equation. Pretty straight sound advice, brother. Sound advice, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going, right? Let's see right here. And of course, he comes back. Now, check this out. Now, that guy gave a good point. He came back at him and tagged him and said, hey, Mark Simmons, but it won't. That's the point. No small job owned by a no small job owned by a black man will be allowed to turn into a large conglomerate. Let me stop right there.
Allowed.
Who the fuck told you somebody allowing you to do any motherfucking thing? If you're running your own lawn service, who the fuck stopping you from going out here and getting contracts with the city? Who's stopping you from getting contracts if you incorporate your shit? If you are a minority owned business, corporate incorporated, you can go get contracts with major corporations. You can go out here and cut people's yards, pass out fly. What the fuck is he talking about? What
Because
this nigga
see,
talking about somebody let him
he's
say?
operating he's operating from his own limitations, and he's washing that over everybody who he talks to. That's what's happening here. He's projecting his own limitations as everyone else's limitations. That's what it is.
Man,
He's
man,
projecting his limitations.
I ain't never seen that level of just outright ignorance. I really hadn't. That was the dumbest statement I ever seen. I don't think that no man lets me do anything. Everything I get is from God on high. That's just that. Even when a person gives me a job, he might say, I gave him the you ain't give me a damn thing. God gave it to me. You was just a vessel through which he chose to bless me with it. That's it. What's mine is mine. What the old song say, what God has for me is for me. Ain't nobody giving me, I mean, let me tell you something. Ain't no white man making me see. This is the thing now. This is the atheist. I'm supposed to be the Christian now. But who sounds like they in bondage? Who is the one that sounds like they don't have no freedom? What the song say? Where the spirit of the Lord is, there's liberty. Brother, let me tell you something. I ain't prisoner to nobody. Black, Indian, Asian, not a soul. See what I'm saying? I know who in control of my life, and it ain't no white man. That's just that. I lose a job. Jobs come and go for me, bro. I lose a job. I done lost a bunch of jobs since I had my YouTube channel. That don't mean nothing. And do you hear me coming on here crying or in despair like life is over? Do you hear me jaded when I lose a job? I lose a job and get over that shit in 20 minutes. Go play some ball, lift weights, go to the gym. You know why? Because I save my money. God blessed me with a skill set where I know my phone gonna ring off the hook. While I was streaming today, somebody called me 3 times in a row trying to give me a job. And then when I finally talked to him, he wanted me to do a project. He wanted me to work at night. You know what I'm saying? He wanted me to work at night for a month. He knows me. That's that same guy. He been working with me for years. He know who I am. Every time he called me, I make money. Every time. I ain't worried. I'm not saying I'm all that. I'm just saying I'm trying to help other folks get like this. And he shitting on me for it. This was really fucked up and really kind of, it's not going to change me. I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. As long as I'm helping one person, and as long as one person is showing me that they appreciate what it is I do, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm not worrying about it like that. But what made me get passionate earlier about it was the level of hatred and vitriol that I hear in this brother's voice. Because this brother is defeated. He just don't know it. He is in bondage. He is defeated. And he thinks that me being the Christian is the one who is I don't know what he thinks, but I'm just saying. You see what I'm saying? I'm the one that's supposed to be out here talking about the white man. It seems like to me, everything he talk about makes the white man become God. Come on,
Yes,
M.O.T.
that's his God. Inability to do anything in life and to put artificial roadblocks up for himself. That's what he does. He
You
does
look,
that
brother.
himself.
The white man is God for a lot of these brothers. He is. A lot of these hoteps, a lot of these brothers out here. The white man is God. You ain't never heard me say what Jesus is white. You ain't never heard me say the white man gonna stop. I don't look at no white man like he gonna stop me. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I don't. I don't give a damn how smart you are. I've been on projects with asshole white folks. Asshole. I hate to talk to them. Hate to be in the meetings with them. Every time I open my mouth, they want to act like I don't know what I'm talking about. They challenge me in every move. I've had that happen. Do you hear that shit in my voice? Do you hear somebody who's defeated? Do you hear somebody who isn't a warrior, who isn't throwing a punch? Where the real men at out here right now? That's what I want to know. You wonder why a lot of these brothers having problems with women. If I was a woman and I had a man that talked like this, I would be dry as hell. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Had to go there. I'm sorry. What woman wants to be with a man who is this impotent? They only gonna they ain't gonna let me
Hope,
grow my company. The white man ain't gonna let me. Oh my God.
hopefully this guy is not married. Hopefully this guy is not having any kids. Hopefully this version is staying at 1.0. That this is it. One and done.
Hopefully, hopefully,
We don't need no more of this.
hopefully, man. Let me keep going. He says, he says, that's the that's the dream I'm trying to steer the people away from. So he's saying that if you're trying to grow a company into a large conglomerate, he's trying to steer you away from it. If that don't right there, that should tell you right there who we dealing with.
Oh
You
man.
saying that you can be the next Piston Group or Bridgewood Automotive or what's the late Janice Hilton or whatever her name again got the $3 billion company. You can't do that. He's trying to steer you away from what she did. Either he's ignorant and don't know these people exist, or he just knows and he don't give a damn. He does. He's so beat down and like I don't know what happened to him. He probably something happened to him when he was young, but he got a lot of pain and damage. It just sounds like it. Something happened to him and broke him. This is the image and portrait of a broken man. He's broken. Care what nobody say. That's a man whose spirit is broken. Somebody broke his spirit. You can tell. When you say something like that, you'll never, ever get to grow a company from small to large. And you will never, and I want to make sure that I'm trying to steer you away from that bullshit. Get that out your head that you're going to run a major company. Who that sound like? Come on, man.
Sound like his God that he claims is doing all this stuff to him, but it's him doing it to himself.
Oh my God, he said government controls who gets to be at the top. Here's why the whole Allen debacle took place right now, and Trump getting the Department of Justice involved. Man, look, government doesn't
These
always pick. Government does not pick winners and losers in corporations in capitalism all the time, bro. I'm not saying government does because people like him can't compete, so they go to the government. Or you got people that are selfish that get into companies and they create what's called corporatism, which is something completely different. When you get into government picking winners and losers, you're not talking about capitalism. You're not. You're not talking about now. You're talking about either corporatism, socialism, fascism, but you damn sure ain't talking about capitalism. That's not what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Government picking winners or losers is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's just real.
these types are always conspiratorial. Always conspiratorial. And it's always some ominous force that isn't even that ominous that's responsible for it all. It's always some grand puppet master behind the scenes that's controlling everything, but they're
Mm-hmm.
so powerful and he's so weak.
He says the only way to combat our current state is through politics and the collective group economics. There it go.
There we go.
There it go. I
Collective,
knew it. I
collective,
knew it.
collective,
That
collective,
tell me
collective.
everything. That tell me who channel you subscribe to. That tell me what you think. That probably
Tone
tell me
Talks,
that
Yvette Carnell.
ding. What Eddie Kane say? Ding.
Yeah.
Ding. Nice like this. I knew it. I was waiting on it. I was waiting on it, dog. All right. Let's see. Um, he says the bootstrap, do for yourself mentality isn't good for us anyway. See, there they go. As soon as you say the word bootstrap, here they come with that bullshit. See there? You telling me to pull myself up. Have I told you guys that I'm against reparations? Name one video where I said black folks don't deserve reparations. Name one video where I even said that Yvette and Tone shouldn't be doing the shit they doing with the government, putting heat on them, putting pressure on the federal government to do some sort of compensation for the bullshit they did to black folks for the last 300 years. Have I not said that? Have I not said that? This is what I'm talking about. Bullshit. People talk all this shit and don't know they facts. You let me keep going, man. Let me keep going. Because this shit, I'm about to get mad again. I'm about to get upset again, bro. I'm trying to skip this bullshit. This nigga talking. You know what I'm saying? All right. So right here, I came back at him and I told him, I said, brother, I got you. Be on the lookout. I totally agree with this bullshit. Disagree with this bullshit, right? So then he says, oh boy, Mark Simmons came in. He says, as a response to Cox and Byron, you don't believe the organized boycott would have moved the needle. I sure as hell do. We watch a shitload of cable TV, and I do believe we do have the ability to affect their bottom line. But again, we have to get on code first. He comes in again, long ass email. Look at this shit. This dude be typing books. Here he go. He says, "Oh, I definitely believe an organized boycott would help, but I'm saying to take it a step further. Not only boycott, but drop this bootstrap mentality and get rich quick schemes." He said, "Get rich quick." What am I teaching you guys? That's get rich. Have I said anything on my channel? What about MOT? MOT, what have you done that's get rich quick? Am I trying to tell you you're gonna be a millionaire overnight?
No.
When have I ever come on my channel and said get rich quick? He projecting a lot of bullshit.
Yes, he is. I'm telling you.
Damn. I can't even, what did he say? This bootstrap mentality, get rid of these get rich quick schemes. Take the money you save from boycotting Cox, hook up with about 20,000 other black males, convince them to stop buying Bitcoin and start buying raw aluminum, steel, copper, and get your lazy ass to work and actually build something tangible like our own shipping vessel.
For the collective. For the collective.
I can't even read this shit. Hold on, man. hold on.
That dude
Hold on.
trolling, man. Like, come on, man. That statement, come on, man.
He was like, this nigga got some damn like, this nigga like my 3-year-old son. He's like a child. When it comes to this is how children think. Just go get, well, I'm gonna get 20,000 brothers that's gonna get together. First of all, how many brothers you know can build a ship for raw aluminum? It ain't even enough of us that can do that shit. It ain't that many of us that know how to do that shit for real. Really know how to do it. There might be some.
The Naval Yard have hundreds of people who do that. Specialized people who went to school all their life to do that.
Okay.
So, you know, you just ain't gonna pull up.
Okay.
And like most neighborhoods or
you taught me something
firms. Oh, come on, man.
You taught me something then, but I tell you what, 20,000. Oh, let me keep going, man. This tech shit is for lazy niggas that want to act like building something without actually building a damn thing. Ooh, he is. Ooh, the venom.
Oh, yeah.
Hatred. This nigga is a hater. Ugh. And I'm exposing your ass, nigga.
But remember, he's on the front line in manufacturing, seeing all the stuff you don't see in tech. Okay. All right.
Let me keep going. Oh man. Without actually building the damn thing. Tangibles, brother. Tangibles. Not numbers on a screen. Rolling up our sleeves and digging in and actually building something we can touch, taste, see, and feel is the only way we're going to get out of this mess. Not being on the highest paid employee with the biggest house who doubles as a slumlord, used car dealer. Ooh, this nigga hate me, dog.
Come on, man.
He hate me. Oh, he a hater. Oh, you know what? I'm glad I blocked your bitch ass, nigga. I'm glad I blocked your ass. Now I apologize to the brother for kicking him out the chat earlier. Nigga, I'm finna block you off my channel. This nigga hating on me. I had Shamel Leonard on my channel. This sister teaches people how to get into the car business, right? And she basically has had people in Atlanta, some of my students, that are making thousands of dollars a month and able to quit their jobs. Shamel Leonard, Auto Dealer Business School, right? I had an interview on my channel with this sister, and he coming up here talking shit, talking about doubles as a car salesman. Ooh, I didn't know he was such a hater. This is what a hater looks like, y'all. This is a hater. I'm sorry. I don't just always want to talk about everybody hating. Everybody think they so fly and shit. Like I don't. I'm just me. But just because I put my shit out in the world, I didn't know motherfuckers was watching like that. Because them videos, some of them videos I do get 200 views. Some of them. I ain't know people was watching them. But his ass was watching them. Woo, nigga, I hate him. Let me keep going. Hold on, what that nigga say? Used car dealer in the ghetto while talking down on the rest of the collective like you're doing some big shit. You heard that right. Talking down on the
Colle-
collective.
collective, collective.
You talking about them monkey motherfuckers that shot my mama house up? Fuck them niggas. And fuck you too if you with them. I mean that shit. Fuck both of y'all. That's real. You know what I'm saying? Those ain't my brothers, nigga. You ain't part of my collective. If a motherfucker gonna go and shoot up a house without knowing who the fuck house they shooting up, that's a monkey. And I don't want to have shit to do with them. I want to be with them. And this is why I can't even find 20,000 brothers. You can't. You'll be good and hard pressed to find 5 good brothers that you can build with. And that shit'll take you years. That will take you years to find somebody that has the character that even if you lose money on a deal, they ain't gonna rip you off. And you can do a deal with them and go in the back and split even down the middle. That's a real. You know how hard it is to find that in the black community? You know how many times I done deals with people and been ripped off? See, I got receipts, bro. See, I done concerts with motherfuckers, had them steal from me. I done went and tried to teach brothers how to start their own roofing company, done all shit, and been ripped off, had motherfuckers stealing, lying, stabbed me in the back. I done a lot of shit in the community. This ain't just my first rodeo. You just seeing this shit on YouTube and you think this is who I am. I'm 40 something years old, bro. I've been doing this shit since I was 28, 29, trying to help people. That's always been who I am. I ain't trying to brag. I don't need a pat on the back. I don't think I should get a pat on the back for that. What we supposed to do? But what I'm saying is when I do this, I done been stabbed by my own people. Your own brother. What did Sam Cooke say? Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me, please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. This is what we do. I'm up here trying to help. I'm trying to teach. I'm up here like I'm finna go in here cold when I get off here. I'm finna go cold some more, work on my shit to build. That's what I'm finna do. As soon as I get off here, I'm gonna be up to about 3 in the morning, coding. Cause I'm trying to be where I got to go. I'm trying to get where the fuck I got to go. And then I gotta worry about motherfuckers like this talking shit. Please, nigga, please. You ain't hurt my feeling. That's real. You know what I'm saying? Sub03639 at gmail.com. If you got a problem, hit me up. All right. Damn, this nigga talking about everything I do. Nobody with any real inkling of how real world works is buying it. And you're only gonna attract a bunch of lazy ass 20-somethings who gonna get scammed their way through life too. No one wants to take the hard route and get dirty anymore, and it's costing us big time. Drop the cable, drop the NFL, drop the Bitcoin and the slumlord tactics, and spend it on natural resources and pick up actual hammer and some nails and get y'all lazy asses to work. Okay,
So
so
if you go to Home Depot and get a whole bunch of nails or some plywood and just start hammering, and as long as you're doing it for the collective, he'll be happy. What? Like, what is he talking about, man? Like, see, this is why you have to invite somebody on and allow them to say this shit real time. So we could just ask them questions about
but
what the
I ain't
hell
trying to be funny
you
though,
talking
dog.
about.
And I said this and I was right. I said, man, me and a nigga like you be done win at it. Like I be done like I ain't got the patience. First of all, I would have muted his ass. I probably would have kicked him off because he got a lot of hatred and jealousy in his heart. This motherfucker's a hater. This nigga said that he calling my students lazy. This shit, it wasn't gonna go good, M.O.T. This shit wasn't finna go good, bro. My students bust their ass, man. My students bust their ass. You ain't finna come on here and be talking shit about my man. Richard on here, what Richard at? Richard, I got people that work with me, students that's out here getting interviews, getting on job, they getting jobs, they busting their ass, they working, they up late. People got their lives, and then you gonna tell them that because it ain't some brick and mortar shit, it's lazy. You stupid,
Well,
slow, backwards ass, dinosaur ass. They got man, come on, nigga, you a damn dinosaur. You a nigga, you finna go the way of the dodo bird. Dumbass. You think everything it got to be brick and mortar or it's not real? It's lazy. You stupid
correct.
motherfucker. Tell that to Bill Gates. Tell that to the white people that own all these corporations. Tell that not just the black, the Asians. Tell that to Robert Smith, the venture capitalists who invest in a lot of tech firms. Tell that to them. See what I'm saying? Tell that to Tyron, the brother making $250,000 a year that I had on my channel a month. He makes $250,000 a month. Tell that to him. Tell that to the sister that I interviewed, Sassy Jones, who's finna on pace to make $8 million this year. See what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. You talking about lazy? I'm talking about receipts. See, these are receipts I'm giving y'all. You listen to me. I'm interviewing real people that's doing real shit in the community. And I'm trying to help. That's what we trying to do. And we being penalized. And this nigga coming out of left field talking about lazy posing as a car salesman. Hey, fuck you, nigga. I'm finna delete your comments. I'm finna block your bitch ass. You ain't gonna ever be able to come in my channel. You can feel free to unsubscribe. Goodbye. Cause I ain't with that shit. You talking about my students? I don't like that shit. Hey, but tech isn't easy. I'm in tech. I don't know. I know how difficult it can be at its highest level. Engineering, this is Mark Simmons. He says engineering and computer science degrees aren't easy to obtain. Thank you. Thank you. He
Yes.
act like that shit for lazy. Tell that to the motherfuckers that went and invented Google and invented YouTube. You stupid motherfucker. You using some technology that they built. See, it's they God-given right to build that shit. We ain't build it. Stupid ass. See what I'm saying? I felt at the beginning of this video, what did I say, M.O.T? I said, man, I got kind of harsh on the brother on my last hangout. I want to apologize, man. I kicked him off the hangout. I shouldn't have did that. I apologize, right? Until I read your damn bitch ass comments. I take it back. I take it back, nigga. You hate
can
me.
leave well enough alone.
You hate me. I gotta hate you back. That's the rule. That's the rule. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mark Simmons, man. He was holding it down, man. But that's all his comments. I just wanted to come on here, guys, and try to be a beacon, try to point out some things that the communities need, that's needed in the community. Try to help you guys see that pointing the finger at white supremacy for every fucking thing is not the way to go, guys. It does exist, but I'm beginning to stop about it at all. And that's why you don't see me making a million videos, white supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacy. You don't see me doing that. And the reason you don't see me doing that is because there are a myriad of things that we can do as a people to change our circumstance and situation. White America has taken a major L right up under our noses by the name of Silicon Valley. And we haven't had the sense enough to calm down, look at what's going on, read the tea leaves and say, how in the hell did they start Silicon Valley and that shit get turned into Asians and Indians? What did the Asians and Indians do that we don't do? See what I'm saying? That's what I'm
They
talking
had
about.
they had the labor. I mean, dude, if you could control the labor, you control the market. Period. That's the way it works. The game of Monopoly, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like I don't know, man. Shout out to Richard. That's one of my students right. So I'm working 2 jobs, electrical school and learning C# and 3D modeling and brushing back on SQL Server. Gonna start looking for a tech job again in 2 months. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Richard has some stuff he wanted to take care of. Me and him talked about it. But Richard interviewed with me. Richard passed the interview process. Richard put his resume out there and they lit his phone up for jobs. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this, man. Like, I'm actually glad I did it this way and didn't really talk to him. I just read his comments out. Sometimes it's best just to go through shit line by line. And because the motherfucker get on here and just get to talking and moving the goalposts. You feel me? So I'm kind of glad me and you was able to just go through his shit because I didn't know he said all that low down shit about niggas, motherfuckers talking
Damn,
about
that's crazy though.
motherfuckers talking about going to the gym, motherfuckers talking about going to the. Let me make sure I block his ass. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I block this whole ass nigga. Forgive me, people. I gotta do it. Damn. Let me go back. Make sure I block this nigga so he can't talk on my channel no more. Okay. Okay, he's blocked. I blocked him this morning. Cool. Didn't know it. I blocked him when I kicked him off the damn thing. I didn't know I blocked him. Okay. Good. Just making sure he blocked so he can't come on my channel and try to come with the fuckery no more. So he gonna have to start another YouTube account and some shit and come fuck with me again that way. So like I say, guys, I'm about to any closing remarks, MOT?
Um, at the end of the day, you have to remove yourself from these type of people because they're everywhere, and sadly enough, they've outnumbered the more reasonable people who are in Black America. These conspiratorial guys who are stuck really want to demoralize and humiliate everybody who's not really doing things on the collective so that way he can benefit. You got to stay away from these people, man.
That's it. That's it, man. That's it, man. I didn't know people thought I was all. See, that's the thing, man. See, MOT, man. If you show a little work in the Black community, you get shamed for it. This is why a lot of Black people that are successful don't show their work. I'm not nowhere near where I'm trying to go, and I show y'all a little cheap ass house flip I'm doing, and showing y'all a couple of cars I done bought. Show y'all at the auction. Last time I was at the auction, I was trying to sell the Charger, right? So I go live and I say, "Hey, I love the hustle." That's the name of the video. So I go live and shit, and somebody was in the comment section. You ain't buying them. Where your receipts at? Show me what you bought. Like I'm like, damn, just trying to sell my shit. But damn, like y'all motherfuckers really like I got the shoulder and show improve. Like it's crazy. Like, damn, man, like give me time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. You'll see the private jet. You're gonna really hate me then. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
And then I'll
no.
unblock. I'll be sure to go back and unblock you. I'm gonna remember your ass. That's why I did this video. And I'm gonna unblock you when shit get good. And I'm gonna mention you and you mention you by name. Invite you on if you want to do a hangout then. In fact, I'll fly you out. My treat. You know what I'm saying? Since you will talk
uh,
all that shit. Cause niggas that talk like that, man, like, oh man. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. He'd have got on here and said some of that stuff he typed out, started talking about my students. He would have took a personal jab. I would have muted him. I'd have went off. I'd have been cussing. It would have been a shouting match. We'd have been talking over each other. That's what it would have been. So I just read that shit real nice and methodical. Your thought, and then what makes it so crazy? What makes it so crazy is I went live heading home a minute ago before I was about to do class. And I said, yeah, man, people out here telling us that even if we do everything right, white supremacy, we can't overcome white supremacy, da 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 in our lives and this and that. Man, I can't believe this shit. He jumped his ass in there. You misconstruing what I'm saying.
no, you
This
didn't.
shit clear, bro. This some clear shit you just said. What did he say? The player haters ball. That's right, Cornelius. What did he say? What did I say that's not accurate as opposed to what we just read? This nigga was talking about my personal life. He was talking about what I'm selling. He was talking about what I'm doing on my channel. Every video I did is like he hate me for that shit. He hates me for trying to show Black people a better way. If I could put it in a sentence, that's what it is.
But he'll
Not
let
for that.
people who are legitimately full of garbage, he'll let them off the hook.
That's it. That's it. Let me go back and read that other piece again because that I can't believe the level of just outright fuckery that he just left on that state. Let me go and read that statement again because that was just I don't know. Where is it? Let's see which one it was. It was, oh, I definitely believe in an organized boycott would help. But I'm saying take it a step further. Not only boycott, but drop this bootstrap mentality and get rich quick schemes. Take the money and save from boycotting Cox. Hook up with about 20,000 Black males. Convince them to stop buying Bitcoin and start buying raw aluminum, steel, copper, and get their lazy asses to work and actually build something tangible like our own shipping vessel, the size of Akon's house in Senegal. That shit, lazy ass niggas that want to act like they're building something, they're actually not building a damn thing. Tangibles, brother, tangibles, not numbers on a screen. Rolling up your sleeves and digging and actually building something we can touch, taste, see, and feel is the only way we're going to get out of this mess. Not buying a, not being the highest paid employee with the biggest house who doubles as a slumlord, used car dealer in the ghetto while talking down to the rest of the collective like you're doing some big shit. Nobody with any real inkling of how the real world works is buying it, and you're only going to attract a bunch of lazy ass 20 somethings who want to scam their way through life too. No one wants to take the hard route and getting dirty anymore, and it costs us big time.
All I got to say is, get off of my grass! Get out of my yard! Oh my God!
No, he told me take my ass to bed. I'm with you, but I'm gonna be up late, bro. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be up late. I'm finna go ahead and do some code now. That's what
Hey
it
man,
is. Go
but
ahead.
here's the thing, man. His idea of what success is so I don't even know what to say. It,
It's so what's the word? Oh, damn. It's so oh shit. The word slipped my mind. It's a word basically when somebody is just this small section that they only think has to be this. It has to be manufacturing. That's the only way you can empower is manufacture some shit. That's the only way. Google is
yeah,
not real power. Google is part
yeah.
of the fucking CIA, nigga. Google runs the fuck. Look here, man. Runs the world, dude. Google is the damn Illuminati, dude. What the hell you talking about? What are you talking about? Google runs, dude. Google is like, you know this. I mean, you know this shit. The government, when it comes to Facebook and Google, those two organizations right there, bruh, they run the world. That's right. Amazon too. Them three companies right there, they so powerful right now. They jostling with the government. You saw when Mark Zuckerberg went before the Senate. You see what I'm saying? These people are
Yeah,
powerful as hell right now. Dude, the last person we saw who started a company and had to go before the Senate like that, I don't say the last, but a person who comes to mind is John Rockefeller when they started
that's,
Standard Oil and he had to go before the Senate and they were talking about monopoly. That's what they was talking about with Facebook. They trying to break Facebook up. The hell, this nigga, these people got so powerful that the government is talking about breaking them up. And this nigga talking about that ain't no damn, that's not real power. Come on, man.
the thing is, you have to put to him on the back of all those statements.
Yeah,
It's not real power to him
that's it.
because, like I said, man,
Yep,
he simultaneously don't know what he's talking about and missed the point of every single thing he could possibly imagine at the same time. Like, how do you do both of those things?
that's it. Listen what
How's that
James Earl
possible?
Mones said. James Earl Mones just said the CIA stores their data on Amazon web servers.
Yeah, on cloud, like, uh,
This nigga stupid as hell, man. So basically, the whole thing that holds this country together is stored on the cloud, brother. So that's not tangible. You feel me? Because if you get rid of the CIA, if the CIA shit go public, it probably ain't gonna be no republic. No, they gonna this shit will crumble. If somebody cracks that server and get all that information off there and get all the CIA secret information off, and we know that they killed Gaddafi and that shit come public, everybody know they killed. We know that they killed all the black people. They did all this other crazy shit. They pumping shit in our water in the black community. That shit ever come out? Because everybody know that. If that shit ever come out to the public, what you think gonna happen? Motherfuckers will riot in the streets. Well, you know what? It probably won't. Probably won't.
no.
But he don't think that's real, so he'll just go take his ass to the factory and push the button that he got to push. He probably won't understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just like I said with Mom Bell, yeah, Mom Bell was that's why they broke up Mom Bell. It became Lucent Technologies. It was AT&T. It was what else was Lucent? What else was in Mom Bell?
Shit, they broke off into the baby bell shit. It was a lot of them damn things.
Avaya. It was Avaya. I think Verizon came out of that. Man, it's a lot of companies came out of Mont Bell, man. And guess what? John Rockefeller would have owned Marbell. John Rockefeller would have owned all these companies right now. Of course, Lucent, I think a lot of them companies are gone. But still, he
Oh
would have
yeah,
owned.
all
I
of
think
them.
he'd owned Verizon. He would have owned a bunch of companies, bro. This dude would be worth 200 billion right now. He started his company. He saved up his money. I'm gonna get off, go to bed. But he saved up his money. He had a train wreck when he was trying to go see Cornelius Vanderbilt the first time. He didn't have a train wreck. After that, he felt like it was God's providential plan for him to be, where he was in business. So he went and negotiated with with Cornelius Vanderbilt, the Commodore, got his price, got a good price on the oil being shipped on the trains. And then he built his own pipelines. This risk. Andrew Carnegie, that's another guy, took risks. This guy almost lost everything. He's about to file bankruptcy when he built that bridge across the Mississippi. See what I'm saying? But he did it. He built that bridge across the Mississippi. And when that bridge opened up and they walked that elephant across that bridge, that's when everybody knew he was a because we got with the guy Henry Bessemer, and they figured out how to pop out a pylon of steel every 60 seconds. And they started manufacturing and they built all the damn skyscrapers all across the country. Everything I'm describing to you guys is innovation. Henry Ford, the assembly line, and he stole when they call it the word plant, they stole it from George Washington Carver, right? He used to come to Tuskegee all the time. But at the same time, Henry Ford took that idea he got from George Washington Carver and revolutionized manufacturing and created plants and pumped out the Model T. And here we are today, man. Technology. Technology has always been the shit he talking about. Steel, that was 150, damn near 200 years ago. Now, it's tech, it's IT, it's information. It's actually finna jump into blockchain. That's the next one.
Sure is.
If you really know
Sure
your
is.
shit, blockchain is the next big technology. That is until they get a quantum computer working. Get these quantum computers online. Then we're gonna have to blockchain gonna have to develop some more shit. But right now, blockchain is the hot thing right now. And he trying to tell motherfuckers to leave that shit alone. Let me tell you something, guys. I'm gonna be real with you.
Leave
I
that
was in
stuff
the
alone.
Bitcoin. I was in Bitcoin back when it was $400. I could get people on this channel right now and interview them that knew me. I was saying, man, you need to buy a Bitcoin. And I took my dumb ass and sold them. I had 3 of them and sold them, right? I could have kept that damn. I just sold them, right? A couple of years ago, about a year and a half ago, Bitcoin went up to $20,000, right? Then right now, what's Bitcoin? About 6, 7, something like that.
Yeah, about 6, 7.
That's still $20,000 off a $1,200 investment. When is that a stupid investment? When is that? Because I hear people shitting on Bitcoin. That's how I know who he subscribes to, because he hates Bitcoin. Why are you shitting on some shit that's worth $6,000, $7,000 that you could have got for a couple of years ago for pennies? Hmm? If you are investing in cryptocurrency, don't let nobody shame you in doing that shit. I think cryptocurrency is the future. Eventually, that shit is gonna catch on. Facebook is about to do one.
Yeah,
Okay, if you're part of that ICO and you can get some of them coins, bro, that shit gonna be big, bro. I'm telling you, cryptocurrencies are here to stay.
I know.
Facebook currency,
I know. I'm prepared to get some.
you
Sure is.
damn right. I need to buy some too. Shit, I'm gonna buy a bunch of them when they first open. This is Facebook. Everybody in the world got a Facebook account just about. Know for a fact that shit is gonna be something that's gonna be big, huge, and major. For people to sit out here is and talking greasy about Bitcoin, I hear people talking that's a dumb motherfucker there. Because I do believe that we need, like right now, what you guys don't understand. Until blockchain technology came along, I used to have to wire money to my partner in California. That shit took a couple hours. Now I can wire money to him and it's in seconds in Litecoin if I want to. I could send money to somebody in Africa. I could send them 5 cents in Africa if I want to. It would cost you 30, 20, $30 to wire money 5, 10 years ago. 15 years ago, if you try to send somebody some money in Africa, that shit, you got to go through Western Union. This has changed everything, bro. It's always, see, it's the thing. The next technology that if I have, with my son, if he want to go into tech, I'm telling him to go into robotics. Shit like that. And so I'm trying to prepare it because our economy is shrinking. Jobs are leaving Yet the productivity of America, since he's so smart, the productivity of America has spiked up, but the actual labor force is shrinking because a lot of people have not retooled their skills because they don't have the human capital. So what happens is when somebody is doing a job and then a robot replaces them, they don't have the skills, so they become unemployed and fall out unless they retool themselves. I'm trying to teach you guys how to do that.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you that that plant that closed down in Youngstown, Ohio, dude,
Mhm.
they still ship a lot of stuff out of there. It's just that everything that was going on in that plant, they had like those robotics and all the automated stuff kind of in the background. So when they shut down, dude, they just flip the switch and that stuff is mostly automated now. They don't even
Yep.
need nowhere near the people who was working in there before to actually be in there now. And dude, I'm telling you, the next wave of automation is gonna take a lot of people out.
Dude, I saw a video of somebody going up in one of those restaurants that's completely automated. I think it had one person running it. Bruh, they finna
I'm
look at
telling
that shit gonna be everywhere. Just like Redbox. I remember when Redbox came out, everybody was this movie company I knew had an opportunity to buy Redbox and they turned them down. It was a movie rental company by the name of Movie Gallery. I think they based out of Troy, Alabama. Well, look at Redbox. Then Redbox blew up. They had another chance to buy Netflix, turn that down. Now look, now people don't even go to Redbox no more. Everybody got Netflix now. Everybody got digital shit now. It's getting so if you see the new technology coming along and you don't get on with it, if you don't make that really, if life, let me tell you something, man. Life is about a journey that's about growing and learning as you go along, man. It's about evolving as a person, especially as a man. Ain't nothing more than a broken man who can't evolve. That dude talking like somebody from the damn 1930s. He is. The shit he's saying, my great great granddaddy would have said the exact same words he said back then, back when that was the thing. But Drew, the Industrial Revolution been over. This is the information age. That nigga's a dinosaur. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So I just, like I say, guys, I want you to take this opportunity, learn what you can. God bless y'all for being one of my subscribers. I like you guys. Thank you guys for coming up here. I appreciate the crowds I get. It's always enjoyable. I'm gonna probably chill out from this damn streaming shit. This shit really took a lot out of me today, but I had to get passionate today. It pissed me off, and for good reason. I had to tell his ass what was up. Glad I kicked this bitch ass off my channel and blocked him at the same time because he needed to be blocked. That was real, man. Shaw, you got anything to say?
no, that's it, man. Thanks for having me on, man.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. I enjoyed it. Thanks for helping me tag team this fuck nigga. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Y'all.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, boy. I appreciate